Over in the Premier League, all eyes were at Old Trafford as Liverpool took on Manchester United to extend the lead at the top. I'll tell you what happens next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to match day number 28 in the 2018-2019 Premier League season. Now we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, football related, all here under one roof. Now, before we jump into match day number 28, we're going to take a look back at the condensed version of match day number 27 and take a look at the predictions and, of course, how many I got right. And, of course, how many I got wrong. Let's kick it off, folks, with the first one. It was West Ham United up against Fulham. And again, Fulham are struggling to get themselves any points on the board. And that continued this weekend when they lost 3-1 to West Ham. I actually saw it as a 2-1 win for West Ham. So not too shabby indeed. So correct result. Incorrect score. I move on to Cardiff up against Watford. Has the dust all settled down over at Cardiff? Because right now they got absolutely smashed by Watford, who were visiting Cardiff. And it was a 5-1 defeat in favour of Watford. And I actually saw it going the other way. I thought Cardiff could continue their recent revival. 2-0 winners. But unfortunately got that one absolutely wrong. As for another wrong one on the cards was at Turf Moor. That's right, Burnley up against Tottenham. In a bit of a surprise result for the weekend. And that was a 2-1 win. Not in favour of Spurs, but in favour of them six-fingered banjo-playing weirdos. Burnley, they came out on top with a 2-1 win. I actually saw it as a 1-1 draw, so I kind of saw it on the writing on the wall a little bit. But ultimately, Burnley had it all in their good control, outplaying Tottenham at Turf Moor. Moving on to Bournemouth up against Wolves, and again, you just can't predict Wolves. You just don't know what you get. Ended up as a 1-1 draw, folks, over at down south coast of England. I actually saw it as a 2-1 win in favour of Bournemouth. So again, not too great indeed. Just the one correct answer so far, but it turned the corner a little bit for myself as well as Newcastle took on Huddersfield at St James's Park. 2-0 win for Huddersfield. I got that one bang on the nose. When I say 2-0 win for Huddersfield, what I meant was 2-0 win in favour of the Toon. So I got that one spot on the nose, folks. And my form, well, it kind of hit a bit of a hiccup, as did the managerial position of Puel over at Leicester, having getting fired after this one 4-1 loss against Crystal Palace at the City Ground. So, yeah, not a great result. And unfortunately, after that performance, you're going to get fired, especially in the form that they were in. I think that they were 8 games without a win or 6 games without a win, something like that. Anyway, I actually saw it as a 3-1 win in favour of Leicester. So I got that one wrong as well. But wrapping up the final 2 results of the weekend, it was Arsenal up against Southampton. I saw this, the final result was a 2-0 win in favour of the Gunners. I actually saw it as a 3-1 win. So got that one pretty close to the mark. So not too shabby indeed. And finally, obviously, the big one, Manchester United up against Liverpool. A chance for Liverpool to extend their lead at the top of the table. Well, they got themselves back to the top of the pops, but only after picking up a point at Old Trafford. 0-0 final score. I actually saw it as a draw myself, but I did see goals in it in 2-2. So what have I got? 1, 2, 3... 4 out of 8. That's not too shabby when you look at the grand scheme of things. Let's kick it on further now to match day number 28 with a full board of fixtures on the card. Some tasty ones as well. Kicking off the weekend, or kicking off the midweek football, should I say. Huddersfield up against Wolves. Again, difficult one, this one. Wolves, you know, they're a decent side. They're turning over some of the big boys along the way. But they're going to hit a rough patch every now and again, and I expect Huddersfield to finally get a win with a 2-1 win at home. Moving on to Cardiff up against Brighton again. I like Cardiff. I want to see them stick around. Obviously, they've had a really torrid time this season off the field. But I think, obviously, Everton are in mid-table, 11th spot for them. Going into this match with 33 points. A win for Everton could see them back into the top 10. Only just by leapfrogging possibly Bournemouth and West Ham, but I see it as a draw, folks. 0-0 on this one. So yeah, I think Cardiff will be the happier of the two sides. Meanwhile, Leicester City up against Brighton. New manager push, perhaps. I feel that they're going to hire somebody maybe on an interim basis just to get themselves through to the end of the season, and then they'll look to get someone else in. But whoever's in charge, I still think they'll get something from this game. I'm seeing it as a 2-0 win over Brighton, and Brighton will come into this match in 16th spot with relegation hovering over their shoulders a little bit. As for Leicester, they come into this in 12th, and a win for them could see them rise into the top 10 as well. So 3-1 win, 2-0 win for Leicester. What I meant to say about the 3-1 win is the next one. It's Newcastle United up against Burnley at at St James's Park. See this as a 3-1 win for the Toon. They're coming to this match in 15th spot, one position behind Burnley. Both teams, well, Burnley are in 30 points, Newcastle on 28. So if Newcastle win, they could see themselves leapfrog Burnley into 14th spot at least, maybe even higher as well. Meanwhile, Southampton take on Fulham. Again, both these sides looking for points. Southampton and Fulham both in the relegation spots. Fulham need it more than Southampton, but I still think the Saints will get this one. 2-1 win in the end. Moving on to Arsenal up against Bournemouth. Now, Arsenal are in 4th spot at the moment. Manchester United breathing down the next with 52 points. Chelsea on 50 points with a game in hand, but I still see Arsenal picking up 3 points with a 3-0 win over Bournemouth. During the old midweek football. Crystal Palace up against Manchester United. Obviously, Manchester United coming to this on the back of that draw against Liverpool at Old Trafford. Crystal Palace coming to this, though, with a big comfortable win over Leicester City that cost Puel his job at Leicester City. I see this, though, as a 3-1 win for Manchester United to give themselves a bit of a boost in that search for the top 4 spots. Meanwhile, Liverpool take on Watford as well. Liverpool back at Anfield, 66 points on the board. They need a win to hold off the pressure of Manchester City, who are breathing down the next, just 1 point behind them. I see Liverpool coming out on top, though, with a 3-0 win over Watford. Watford are no pushovers, though. They're coming into this match in 7th spot with 40 points on the board. A win for them could close the gap in on a possible top 6 spot, but I doubt it. And moving on to Manchester City up against West Ham, the newly crowned League Cup champions who beat Chelsea on Sunday via penalties. A lot of controversy around that game. But Manchester City should get back to winning ways in the league as well with a 4-1 win over West Ham United. Don't rule out West Ham. They're a difficult side. They're coming to this match in 9th spot, and they could see themselves closing on a top 8 spot if they were to win against Manchester City. But I don't see it happening. And wrapping up the tasty one, Chelsea up against Spurs. Difficult one, this one. Chelsea are in 6th. Tottenham are in 3rd. Tottenham had obviously a sticky result against Burnley on the weekend. I'm kind of favouring Tottenham at the moment because of the old chaos that's surrounding Chelsea. But ultimately, this game is too big a game for either one of the two sides to lose. So it's going to be a 1-1 draw for me. And that will be a share of the spoils. That, my friends, is pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button. Keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Premier League related, World Football related. We're going to all here under one roof. And also make sure you check out the old predictions or slap your own predictions down in the comment section below to see how many you can get right. And of course, compare them up against me to see if you can out-predict the Prediction King, boys and girls. Back again each and every week as we count down towards the back end of the season. I've also got Champions League, Europa League predictions on there. And I'm also going to be doing the predictions or early predictions for the old Copa America out in Brazil this summer. So they'll be online very, very soon. So make sure you check that out. And well, to make it all easier, just hit the subscribe button and bang on the old bell. Then you'll get notified each and every time I upload a video. Until then, I'm going to let you get out of here. Thumbs up, subscribe, and let's bounce. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.